What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here with the review for The Real Housewives of Dubai. This is the season 1 reunion part 2, you guys. So before we go ahead and get into this part 2 of the reunion, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't yet subscribed to the channel, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss Real Housewives of Dubai Season 1 Reunion Part 2, shall we? Alright, you guys, so this is the final part of the reunion. Thought it was an hour and 30 minutes, so I wasn't going to be able to sit through that, but it was only an hour. So I do want to say this before we go forward. So this is going to be where I end things with Dubai. So part 2 of the reunion is going to be it for me in Dubai. So if Dubai does get renewed for a second season, unfortunately, I won't be reviewing it. It's not a show that it's not a show that I'm really enjoying talking about. I got to be honest with you guys. It's not something that I really enjoy talking about. In the beginning, it was fun to talk about. You know, we come on here, we have our little, funny moments. We talk about Ayan, who I absolutely adore. Lisa, love Lisa. Joke about the other black woman on the show. And literally, that's all it is. I don't know why. So she's the reason why I won't be reviewing the show. She's a prime example. She's the prime reason I won't be touching Dubai anymore. Like, I joked about her wigs all season, and it was just me being fun. It was just harmless shade. And she's very reactive on social media. She's very reactive, and she's reactive, and I don't mind you blocking me. That's fine. But it's just like you go back and forth, and I'm good on that. So for that particular reason, even if she isn't returned, I don't know if they've gotten renewed for a season 2. I don't know if they've gotten any contracts. But if either way it goes, if season 2 comes, unfortunately, it won't be something that I'll be talking about. If you guys haven't noticed, if you guys follow me on Twitter, then you guys will notice that over the last, it's been some weeks since I've tweeted about Dubai. I haven't live tweeted Dubai in weeks. I don't even remember the last time I live tweeted an episode of Dubai, because I got to the point where I used to would watch, like, even when Sisters was still on, I would watch Dubai right after Sisters, and I would live tweet then. But I haven't, even before Sisters ended, I stopped live tweeting. So it's been quite some time since I've live tweeted for Dubai. So yeah, going forward with season 2 of Dubai, no tweets from me, no videos from me. We're Gucci. I'm good. I will support, if Lisa and Ayan come back, I'm absolutely going to support my girls from afar, far. And we'll do that. But this episode, part 2 of the reunion, they literally could have kept this. It was so freaking boring. Like, I didn't understand why Dubai had to have a 2-part reunion, because this season didn't give 2-part drama. Just keeping it real. They could have ended the reunion last week. So the reunion actually opened up where I think it opened up where last week's reunion ended. I'm not positive. Oh yeah, it did. It picked up with that knockoff burn book that Stanberry had of Lisa, and that burn book proved nothing. I was like, wow, so you really made a whole book about Lisa and it proves absolutely nothing? Can we say obsessed? Okay, girl. So then Stanberry is saying that Lisa attacks her and Sergio, right? And I seem to remember otherwise. Sergio came for Lisa on Twitter, because I saw those tweets. Sergio came after her. She came back in response to him. You came back in response to her. So, and that's my other thing when it comes to Stanberry. Stanberry is a freaking liar. Like, Stanberry lies, and that's just what bothers me with Stanberry, is that you lie unnecessarily. And she did it in this reunion more than once, but we'll talk about that later, right? So then she says that not Ion, but Lisa called Sergio gay. Hell, are you mad at the fans that called Sergio gay? Because a lot of people have called Sergio gay. So be mad at everyone else, right? Then she says that Lisa came after her business saying that, she doesn't have a lot of followers on social media. Stanberry, you are a woman that is almost 50 years old. You sound like Kyle Richards from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, giving a damn about who follows you and who don't follow you. It ain't that goddamn deep. Do you get paid for the number of followers that you have? Like, I hate when people say, because people used to say this to me all the time, like, oh, you don't have that many followers on Instagram. I don't give a damn. And somebody actually said that recently, like, you're going at, like, when somebody tweeted me, Claudia Jordan, she tweeted me, one of her little stands came at me talking about, you just gave him some attention that he wanted. I didn't tweet her. If I wanted some attention from anybody, she would be the last person I want attention from, but I didn't tweet her. She saw the tweet, she retweeted me. She quote retweeted me, or she added me, whichever one. She either quote retweeted me or it was in my mentions. I didn't add her. I know how to get people. I know how to add people if I want them to respond to me. I didn't do that. She found it. She found her name. I didn't tweet her. So yeah, like, I hate when people say, and then like, he's only got 25 followers. At the time, I only had 25 followers on Twitter. And I was like, okay, you have 19. What does that mean? I don't care about followers. I don't get paid for Instagram followers, Twitter followers. I get paid on YouTube for I get paid on YouTube, a little chunk of change because of how many people are subscribed to my channel. I'm over 1,000, so I'm monetized. That is the only time I care about numbers, is on here on YouTube. If it ain't YouTube, I don't give a damn. They don't pay my bills. Hell, YouTube doesn't pay my bills. So yeah. But yeah. So Lisa told her to worry about being in Jeffrey Epstein's book, and I'm just baffled by the fact that they blew right over that. Because Andy said, you knew Epstein? She said, yeah. She met him. I was like, you knew? And she is in the book. I'm like, girl, Jeffrey Epstein? I would have shut up a long time ago. So then we moved forward, and like I said, this part 2 of this reunion was dry. It gave nothing. Like, my notes are not that long. So Andy brought up a tweet from Lisa about Nina. Now, you guys know Nina annoyed me in the first half of the season with her incessant whining about damn French fries. French fries, French fries, French fries. Go home and make some French fries. If you want some French fries, go home and make some. I don't know if y'all have McDonald's there in Dubai. Go to Burger King, McDonald's. Go somewhere where they serve French fries. Like, Nina got on my nerves with the whole French fries thing. She was obnoxious and she was rude as hell. Like, no other way to put that. So then Sarah's like, but she's a vegetarian, babe. What that got to do with anything? The hell? I noticed something in this reunion, and it was very clear to me. Although I had already saw it on social media, it was really clear that there's oh God, it's like the Fox Force 5 on Beverly Hills. It's the Fox Force 5, it's the Great Value Fox Force 5. Stanberry, Nina, who the hell else in it? Stanberry, Nina. Wait a minute. It's the Fox Force 5, but it's only 4 of them, I think, right? It's Stanberry, it's Nina. Oh, Sarah. Sarah and that other woman. It's the Fox Force 4. But like I said, they're the generic version of them. It's those 4, Sarah, Nina, Stanberry, and the other black woman, against Ayan and Lisa. Ayan and Lisa are out on their own, and that is another reason why I probably can't. It ain't no probably. I'm not coming back to Dubai. I will watch it next season. Absolutely, will definitely watch it. It wasn't that bad for me not to watch it. It just won't be good enough for me to react to it on social media or on my channel. But yeah, I can see a divide already, and I don't like it because it's how I feel about the Fox Force 5. that they fraudulent. So they also bring up the fact about, now I thought we talked about this in part one of the reunion about Lisa talking about Stanberry and Nina becoming cool, right? And I'm starting to see where Lisa was coming from. I understand what she's saying, right? Because she's saying that, Nina told her that Stanberry was trashy. She was belligerent and all these kind of things, right? And then you went to be friends with her. It's not a problem that you were friends with her. It just makes me look at you sideways. Like, so you were telling me she was trashy, that she was belligerent, and all of these things. Were you doing that in an attempt for me not to be cool with her? But you go and then be cool with her. So I got where Lisa was coming from. If you didn't, that's your problem, not mine. But I got where she was coming from. You guys know I love you guys. But I understand where Lisa was coming from because it does look kind of funny. It's like, damn, you have been telling me she's now. What bothered me is the fact that Stanberry said she heard about it. She didn't like and Nina told her that she called her belligerent, but she still decided to be cool with her. I'm not going to be cool with nobody that calls me belligerent, meaning I'm a belligerent drunk. Girl, I'm not going to be cool with nobody like that. That's two-faced. That's two-faced. I don't care if you came and told me, like, oh, I said such and such about you, but this was before I got to know you, and I wasn't fond of you. So now you want to be fond of me, and you want to be in my face? Skedaddle. Like, I couldn't be cool with somebody like that, but hey, they cool. I don't care. Let's pause here. Let's move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, we discuss Ayan, right? And you guys know Ayan's story. It's just the saddest story. But I do love that she felt strong enough to tell her story on television, and hopefully, telling her story can get some help over there in her country to stop this. So, she's telling us how it happened because Andy was asking her, did you tell your mom about it? And Ayan said her mom knew nothing about it. What happened is her mom sent her to stay with her aunt and her grandmother. She says that she loved to go stay with them because her aunt would make her pancakes. And then she said one morning they woke her up and they took her and her sister to wherever they went to get that child. It literally sounds like a castration. I know that's for men, but I mean, it literally sounds like. Well, she said she wasn't mutilated, which we'll talk about that in just a minute, right? But we don't call it a circumcision, but that is just. I can't even come up with the words for what that is. It's disgusting. It's despicable. So she said she heard her sister screaming, right? So she does say that her aunt who took her is now working to try to stop this from happening to any more girls, right? So then Andy asked her the question of, was she, talking about mutilation, right? And she says that, she wasn't mutilated. She says what happened is I think she said she still has her labia. And some girls, they take it, oh God. Like, how do you do that to a 5-year-old? How do you alter? I mean, that is a baby. That child knows nothing about sex, and you disfigure her body. Oh, that is just. But Ayan does thank Sarah because she said Sarah is the reason that she felt comfortable talking about this. So she thanks Sarah, and she also apologizes to Sarah for calling Sarah so judgmental. But I mean, let's keep it real. Sarah is a little bit judgmental. No shade. She's got to be real about that, right? So, at some point we switched the subject to Stanberry. So we find out that there was some kind of a plan to get Stanberry off the show, and Lisa and Ayan was like, there was never a plan to get Stanberry out the show. The lady, the other black lady with the crown on, she was like, yes, there was, because I was a part of it. So then Sarah says, well, what it was because when they came up with the show, everyone thought, they said that Stanberry was going to be the star of the show. So I think maybe the other ladies were like, let's show her she's not the star of the show, which she wasn't the star of the show. The star of the show was Chanel Ayan. That is the star, in my eyes, of the Real Housewives of Dubai. You guys can agree or disagree, but in my eyes, that was the star. I forgot all about Stanberry. Never really knew. I didn't know who Stanberry was because I didn't watch Ladies of London. But hey, she wasn't a star. Let's pause here and wrap up the episode. All right, you guys. So next up, they talked about the kids. It was boring, so I'm not gonna mention it. So then we move back over to Stanberry and some of the comments that Stanberry has made. So you guys remember when she told Lisa, well, she didn't really say it to Lisa. She was talking to Sergio saying maybe she can suck your dick tonight, right? Which was disgusting. She says, I was talking to Sergio. I was mad at Sergio. Okay, but you were mad at Sergio. Why would you say that in the first place? That's not something, that's not, like, you can be mad at Sergio. You can say a lot of things to Sergio, but not saying, I hope she sucks your dick tonight. Like, make it make sense. Once again, a liar. So then we also talk about her engagement party, right? And the fact that she was upset with Chanel Ayan because of the wedding dress. Girl, it wasn't a wedding dress. You just mad because she looked better than you. That's all it is. Say that and we can move on. Like, that's really all it was. You were just mad that the woman came to your party and outshined you. So then they talked about her hen party. I don't really care about the hen party because it's stupid, right? I get Ayan. She felt excluded, right? But then Sarah was like, but I wasn't invited, but then it got nothing to do with it. She felt excluded. Like, y'all need to, like, it's okay to say, okay, Chanel, I hear you. You felt excluded. Because then she said, because like even when they had that first dinner, and she was talking about how she couldn't with Chanel Ayan. Like, it's okay to say, you know what, Chanel, it wasn't intentional not to invite you to my hen party. You know, you could make up some fluff about why you didn't invite her, but you need to hear this woman. The woman is telling you she felt excluded. She heard from the other black woman that she wasn't important. Say to her, I didn't say that you weren't important. That never came out of what she did say. What she did say, and I'm gonna have to give that to Stanberry. She did say that. She didn't say that the other black woman said. She said it. But what Stanberry could say is, you know what, Chanel, I do hear you. You felt excluded. It wasn't me trying to keep you away from my party. Again, you could say I had too many people. I didn't have enough food. So many things you could lie about and say. I mean, you're quick to lie, so you could have made up a lie easily. But it is what it is, right? So then they talk about when they went on the last trip and how Ayan blew up at Stanberry. So Andy asked the question, who all thinks that Chanel overreacted? Everyone raised their hand, including Chanel Ayan, right? And she apologizes to Stanberry, right? Oh, I did forget to mention one thing about Nina and Lisa. So Nina and Lisa, they've known each other the longest in this group. They've known each other for about 6 to 7 years. I hope they can mend their friendship. Although I find Nina quite boring, I hope they can mend their friendship, right? So Chanel apologizes to, what's her name? Stanberry. So then they talk about the fact that Sergio came. So we bring up the comment about the strong black woman, right? So the lady with the crown on, she kind of explained it, right? How as black women, you are supposed to be this strong figure, right? But then when it comes to the white woman, they can just, you know, muster out a little tear, one measly white woman tear, and they are delicate. They need protection, right? But the black woman, she cries, "Oh, you strong, girl, you got it, you good, move on with your life," right? Now Andy did ask the woman with the crown on. He asked her, did she mention that to Stanberry when she went over to their home the day before, the next when they got back? She says no, she didn't. She didn't, right? It is what it is. I really couldn't care less. I don't have an issue with. I don't have an issue with her not saying anything or not. It don't matter. It really don't matter to me. It's not that. It is what it is, guys. As you guys can tell, I'm over Dubai. I was really frustrated with this episode because I'm like, what the fuck do we need part 2 parts for? literally nothing happened in this part two. I'm really stretching this out. Like I've made this a 20-minute video out of nothing. But you know, at the end of it, they all exchanged gifts with one another. Ion gave Stanberry a fire extinguisher. Stanberry gave Lisa a hand puppet. Lisa gave Nina a book on friendship. Nina gave Sarah a thing to start a podcast because people told her she's so preachy. Sarah gifted the lady with the crown a gift to somewhere, I forgot what she said. And then the lady with the crown gave Ayan a dictionary and a bottle of lemonade. Wow, how did I remember that? I just don't remember where Sarah and lady with the crown are going. I can't remember where they're going. But I got all the gifts. And that's the end of the season 1 of Real Housewives of Dubai. How did you guys like season 1 of Real Housewives of Dubai? Like I said, it was a really good season. I actually really did enjoy season 1 of Dubai. It was just the lady with the crown. She's the reason that I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to, but I enjoyed it. So yeah, you guys, that is it for season 1 of Dubai. Drop down in the comment section and let me know what you guys thought about it, the episode and the season, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, you guys, well, there won't be a next time for Dubai. So this is the end of the Real Housewives of Dubai for me. So I'll see you guys for the others. Well, I just thought about it. There are 2 housewives cities. Well, this is now the second housewife city that I refuse to review. Because you guys know I don't review Jersey because of Teresa. And it's crazy. I can say Teresa's name. Because I've never interacted with Teresa on Twitter. And that's the crazy thing to me when it comes to the lady with the crown on. Like, you're a black woman. So, and that's my whole thing with the lady with the crown. You're a black woman. So only thing I'm gonna do to a black woman, like I shade Giselle, Robin, Ashley, everybody on Atlanta, Potomac, I just throw shade. That's it. I throw shade. I don't ever mean anything malicious in what I say. When it comes to some of the White Housewives, I don't care. I will say, like, I called Erica Jane tonight a bitch on Twitter, and I meant that. I meant that she's a fucking bitch. Like, I meant that. But when it comes to my black housewives, I may not like some of the things that they do, right? I may not like the things that some of the black housewives do, but I am never, and I mean I am never going to, just be just nasty, right? I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say this. Just the most despicable. I might come up with a nickname for you. That's just me being. That's just a part of me being shady. I'm never going to say anything derogatory about you because you're a black woman, and when I go up for women, but I go up for black women more than anybody else. I go up for black women. So, and I just want to put that out there. I don't have, with the lady with the crown. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say her name for this one last time. Caroline Brooks. I have absolutely no problems with her. I don't have an issue with Brooks. From what I see of her on the show, she seems to be a great mother. I know her business open. I hope she's successful in business. I wish nothing but the best for Brooks. That's it. I wish nothing but the best for her. All I did this season was just shade the wigs. That was it. Like, it wasn't that deep to get upset about. It was just talking about a wig. With a wig, you can take that raggedy thing off and just toss it. It's not that deep. It really isn't, but it is what it is, you guys. I'm done with Dubai. I won't come back to Dubai to review it. This is the end of the road for me in Dubai. So yeah. I know there are plenty of other people who review Dubai. I don't know if Misha's going to continue to review Dubai. I know Chris does it. I can't remember who else does it. But there are a lot of other people. Kempire does it. Richie Scott does it. I think Bondi does it. You guys can go check them out next season. If there's a season 2, check them out. And it won't be JB, unfortunately. But I'll catch you guys in the next one.